My theory of defending yourself in your case by citing the duty of the state to exhaust its administrative remedies has far-reaching implications. I'm here primarily to argue that you can use this thesis with four main points of law in your state to rebuff a criminal prosecution of your traffic allegation, or of the good people's traffic allegation against you. And in short, the thesis says because driving and operating a motor vehicle is a privilege, and I'm a licensee or a presumed licensee, the state has a duty to exhaust its administrative remedies in the department charged with licensing. That's the DMV. In my state, it's the Department of Safety. And the duty is to exhaust its administrative remedies because licensing disputes and all disputes under a license are purely administrative. They're not criminal. And so you're arguing for no subject matter jurisdiction of the criminal court because the state filed its petition, its grievance against you in your use of your automobile in the wrong court. The implications of this thesis are extensive and potentially will overthrow the entire criminal operation in every state as against privilege holders or licensees. These licensees using their automobiles as motor vehicles, presumably for commercial purposes, have rights that adhere in that relationship in equity. This is an equitable contractual relationship between the licensor and the licensee. So whether you actually have a license or are a former licensee or a suspended licensee, they hold that everybody's a licensee. That means they hold that they, the state itself and its actors, have a duty to prosecute their interest or claim or grievance in the proper court. What's implied in this exhaustion of administrative remedies theory or thesis or remedy is the separation of powers. Think about it just for a second. You are under a department, let's say the DMV. You applied sometime for a driver license. Now you're being accused of speeding. You're being accused of crossing the lane without indicating your turn with your signal light. You have a damaged tail light. You have a missing tag light. These kinds of infractions are probable cause ostensibly under the criminal practice for arrest, which is under the criminal power. The problem with the entirety of state prosecution criminal of infractions or breaches of agreement as among licensees is that the state is using the wrong power and is using it prematurely. So on these two mistakes, you have your defense under the exhaustion theory or thesis. The division of powers envisions executive branch, legislative branch, and judicial branch. Every prosecutor in every district in the country has a judicial function. But notice what he's doing. He's crossing over into the administrative realm before the administrator of the license has a chance to act, before the commissioner of safety has a chance to say anything about being on the road on a suspended tag, let's say, or speeding. You have the prosecutor intervening. He's interposing himself and his office from his branch into the executive branch department. Your DMV is an executive branch department serving and executing the law. You have, in a traffic case, the prosecutor, judicial branch, stepping in, intervening, and saying, "Stop, I've got this, I've got it." He's crossing the boundaries of the separation of powers. He is operating with the wrong law in the wrong venue. He's operating in the department, as it were, but he's not doing in the department where your case should be heard in a contested case. No, he's taken you by indictment or other means by citation into the criminal court. This is an overthrow of the democratic Republican form of government. It is an overthrow of the division and separation of powers. And so a proper defense, I would suggest immediately in your defense, in your court of convenience, in Tennessee, that's the General Sessions Court, in your court of convenience, immediately bring up the defense that the case is in the wrong court. It's a subject matter jurisdiction defense, and you're demanding exhaustion remedies.